Hello and welcome to my final presentation of the semester. I chose case study number 3, which asked me to describe the PRECEDE-PROCEED model in reference to our case study, and also to more specifically talk about phases 3 and 7, which includes predisposing, reinforcing, and enabling factors. So first I'm just going to give a short overview of PRECEDE-PROCEED since we've all already listened to the lecture about it. The PRECEDE-PROCEED model is a tool for designing programs just like the Condom promotion program we've been studying in India. It consists of 8 phases, 4 that occur before the program begins and 4 that occur during the process of the program. It is cyclical in nature in that once you get to the end of the outcomes of the program, you can use that information to then start again to develop a new program. An important component of the PRECEDE-PROCEED model is its inclusion of the community in every step. And of course, the case we're going to apply this to is the paper Key Components in Planning, Implementing, and Monitoring a Behavior Change Communication Campaign that increased condom use among male clients of sex workers in southern India. The first phase of the PRECEDE-PROCEED model is social assessment. This phase stands to understand the community in which you want to implement your promotion program. In this stage, it is important to define what community is, because a lot of times people think that this may just mean a geographical area, but really you could be talking about social groups, gender groups, other definitions of communities. In our case in India, the community was sex workers in India, and more specifically 4 communities in which the HIV rates were particularly prominent. This condom promotion program did an excellent job of describing their community. The first line in their abstract states that India is home to 10% of all people living with HIV worldwide, or approximately 2.5 million people. That set the stage for the community that they were going to implement this program for. Once your community has been chosen, you can move on to phase 2, which is epidemiological, behavioral, and environmental assessment of the community. In the case of the condom promotion program in India, the planners analyzed the community in terms of the HIV rates, which parts of the country showed the higher rates, and then the behavioral implications that led to these different HIV rates. They also looked at other problems that HIV caused, including the mortality and morbidity, other healthcare issues related to it, disabilities, and they analyzed the prevention that is already in place and what other types of prevention can be used in the case. Environmental analysis looks at conditions in the social environment, physical environment, and biological environments that may lead to disease. So in this case with HIV, the main component we were looking at was the social environment and looking at attitudes towards condom use and why condom use is not at 100%. Additionally, the program planners included a physical environment section because they did choose specific areas in which to implement the programs, such as the interpersonal communication and the street plays. I'm going to skip phase 3 for now and come back to it. And finally, phase 4 is the administration and policy assessment and intervention alignment. This means that we apply our program promotion to the existing resources and structure already there and determine what specifically we can do to change. The condom promotion program was lucky in that it had enough resources to implement the changes it wanted to without having to dip into community resources very much. But they did use specific areas of the population and engaged the community so that the promotion program would be more successful. Though HIV is clearly a global issue and an issue in India with their high rates of HIV, the program actually did not assess the community on whether this was a promotion program that they wanted to implement. So this could have hurt the program in some ways. Phase 5 is implementation of the program. Implementation in our condom promotion program was decentralized, which means that each area that the program was meant to be implemented had adjustments for that area, which would make it more effective in the long run. Additionally, the program planners were sure to change the themes that they used every 4 months so that message fatigue was not encountered. The planners were sure to evaluate the interpersonal communications in the street plays to make sure that they were doing the best that they could in implementing this program. So the process evaluation was ongoing during the entire year of implementation, which is phase 6. I'm going to skip phase 7 for now because it ties in with phase 3. And finally, we have phase 8, which is the outcome evaluation. In our condom promotion program, the main goal was to increase access to condoms by increasing behavioral determinants, by changing attitudes, increasing the percentage of men who consistently used condoms, and they measured this numerically and found that there was a significant difference from the beginning of the implementation to after it. Phase 3 is educational and ecological assessment. In this phase, we examine the underlying factors behind the behavioral and environmental causes of the disease or health behavior that we wish to change. The types of factors that planners look at include predisposing factors, which can be thought of as internal factors. These are our attitudes, beliefs, and knowledge that can contribute to behavior. In our case, this would have been the attitudes and beliefs surrounding condom use, which were really described excellently in this program promotion. Reinforcing factors are the rewards and feedback one gets after performing the behavior. So in this case, the behavior is using a condom, and the reinforcement is not getting HIV, which was also readily described in the promotion program. And finally, we have enabling factors, which are skills, resources, and barriers in regards to the behavior change. So in this case, did the male clients of sex workers know how to use a condom properly, and did they have access to condoms, which were addressed by the street plays and the provision of condoms. Phase 7, during the PRECEDE half of the planning, is the impact evaluation. This assesses the changes in the aforementioned factors. By including a pre-questionnaire and a post-questionnaire to the implementation of the promotion program, the planners were able to see if they changed attitudes about condom use, and it was learned that they did. In conclusion, I think the condom promotion program in India that we have studied implemented the PRECEDE-PROCEED model of planning in their program extensively. I think that they used every single phase. They evaluated the community, they developed a program specific to the community, and then they continued to evaluate as they implemented the program and adjusted as necessary, and their outcomes were very positive in this situation. I think one improvement that they could have used was more involvement of the community in the planning process. This could have increased even further the condom usage, and they also really didn't use the resources that were already in place. They used a lot of outside resources. So this could have provided more ownership to the people and helped the program be even more successful. Thank you for listening. Here are the references used for this program. I hope everyone has a great end of the semester.